riding along with the DNR to show you firsthand how you can stay safe on the water this holiday weekend.
To have her listed as father was kind of just almost like an insult to what she does on a daily basis.
And a local couple tells us what a new option on Wisconsin birth certificates means for their family. Plus, new calls to make East Washington safer tonight after yet another deadly crash.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Holiday travel in full swing across the country right now. This is a live look. Aren't you glad you don't have to deal with Los Angeles traffic? AAA expects more than 43 million people to travel by car, even more than before the pandemic. And the TSA says yesterday was one of the busiest air travel days in more than a year, and millions more are expected to travel through the nation's airports over this holiday weekend. And if you are staying put for the 4th of July, you can expect it to be hot here, although it's pretty pleasant today. Heat and humidity are moving in for the 4th of July. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
You're right, Eric. The weather should change. It's not going to be like today. Tomorrow, we'll look for temperatures up around 90 with high humidity. In fact, the holiday weekend forecast, look for a high of 90 tomorrow and 91 for the 4th of July Sunday. But when you factor in the humidity, it'll feel like between about 91 and 96 tomorrow and 93 and 98 on Sunday. Visible cloud track. Very clear across much of the upper Midwest and hardly a drop of rain to be found anywhere around here. High temperatures so far today, middle 70s in Madison, upper 70s in Janesville, low 80s in a few spots out to the west. Current temperatures are still right around those high temperatures for the day, upper mid 70s to upper 70s away from Lake Michigan. Milwaukee, though, only at 70. Dew point temperatures are down, so the air is pretty comfortable. But again, both the heat and humidity will develop tomorrow. High temperature topping out at 90 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Now, for those of you traveling, we'll take a look at a first warn traffic update. A lot of people heading up north for the holiday weekend. Right now, the Beltline and much of the Madison metro area looking pretty good, but there are delays northbound on I-3990 in the construction zones around I-43 in Beloit, around Janesville, and then approaching the Beltline. North of Madison, also some delays on I-3990, 94 north of Madison from about DeForest into southern Columbia County. After that, the roads open up. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Another person is dead after a crash along East Washington Avenue. Just within the last 30 minutes, the Dane County Medical Examiner identified the victim as 57-year-old David Frischkorn of Madison. That crash happened early this morning when a car hit Frischkorn while he was on a bike near the Johnson Street intersection. No arrests have been made. There's no indication anyone was impaired, but investigators are looking into whether speed was a factor. This is the second deadly crash on this corridor in a week and the 4th this year. Naomi Coles joins us from that intersection with the details. Naomi?
Eric, for perspective, when the city first rolled out its traffic safety plan, Vision Zero, last year, which included speed reductions to this road, at that point, there had been 2 deaths in the last 5 years. Now, Vision Zero, that's the plan the city touts as its long-term solution to traffic deaths and injuries along this corridor. But I spoke to Alderman Brian Benford today, who represents a lot of the area along it, and he says that along with the change in driving culture, there is more that has to be done.
We have to do something, otherwise there's going to be more fatalities. Until you really change that culture, that mindset, there's very little that the police department can do.
Now, I talked to residents along this road today. They say there are solutions that are not being looked at and roadblocks to a safer corridor that they want to see cleared. I covered that at 5 o'clock. You can catch that online right now at Channel 3000.
All right, Naomi Coles live on Eastwatch. Naomi, thank you. Now, Madison police are putting a new traffic safety plan in place for Eastwatch this weekend. They'll also be patrolling for unlocked cars, drunk driving, and other safety concerns in downtown entertainment zones. Madison police officers will also be working expanded hours.
What we do is just as important as where we are. And so we're asking our officers, who some will be on foot, some will be in their vehicles, to engage our public. We want to make them feel safe. We want to let everyone know that the Madison Police Department is strategic in our application to make sure and ensure that everyone has a safe weekend.
COVID cases look a lot different this holiday weekend than last July 4th. The 7-day average of new cases trending up, but sits at just 73 cases. Another 4,800 people are newly vaccinated. 47% of Wisconsinites are now fully vaccinated. 50% of the state has at least one dose. 65% of Dane County is now fully vaccinated. Nearly 80% of the people in the county have at least one dose. Dane County Public Health says it is seeing lower vaccination rates in rural counties and some pockets of Madison, Fitchburg, and Sun Prairie. President Biden was hoping to have 70% of the country at least partially vaccinated by this weekend. Right now, just over 66% of adults have gotten at least one shot. Fireworks displays and beaches are expected to draw large in-person audiences with COVID restrictions lifted, but health experts continue to sound the alarm on the more transmissible Delta variant, which now accounts for a quarter of new COVID cases nationwide.
You can still celebrate. If you are vaccinated, you have a high degree of protection. If you are not, you should wear a mask and you should think very seriously about getting vaccinated.
The highly contagious Delta variant has spread to all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Until now, parents could only identify themselves as mother or father on their child's birth certificate. But today, there is a gender-neutral option for parents in Wisconsin who don't fit the mom and dad label. Jamie Perez shows us the new change on Wisconsin birth certificates.
Wisconsin's birth certificates changed this week to reflect all families in the state. Now, the families that I spoke to today said not only is this a win for the LGBTQ community, but it's also timely that it came just at the end of Pride Month. Until this week, hospital staff who help parents fill out forms after giving birth have run into issues with those who don't fit the mold of mother and father.
I think all of us typically apologize that sometimes the world is a little farther behind than we want it to be.
Laura Magnus said it happens several times a week at Unity Point Meriter.
The last thing we want is to make anybody feel anything but comfortable and safe in the hospital. And so when you are asking them to have some difficult conversations, especially right after something as joyous as like giving birth and wanting to be celebratory of your new role as a parent, it's incredibly awkward.
But today, the birth certificate forms have a new option. Instead of mother and father, new parents have the option of being parent.
It's amazing.
Mary Hendrickson and her wife, Kelsey, have a 2-year-old and are expecting their second child in a few weeks.
Super important for our family.
An option that wasn't available the first time around when they had their daughter, Luella, but Mary requested the change be made anyway.
I actually went through the process of like getting our birth certificate changed to parent and parent before this was a thing.
The birth certificate isn't just like a piece of paper we put in a file cabinet. It's something that we need for so much of our life.
Now they say they have the option to have a birth certificate that accurately reflects who they are.
So I'm the biological mother to the child, but my partner is obviously as much as a mother as I am on a daily basis. To have her listed as father was kind of just almost like an insult to what she does on a daily basis.
And hospitals can allow new parents to enjoy the full experience of starting a family.
There's also a sense of feeling like the hospital cares about you and understands that it's important to you.
Anyone who already has an existing birth certificate for your child, you can also request those changes be made. All you have to do is contact the Vital Records office and ask that the change be made to reflect you as a family. For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
And at the state capitol, Republican legislators are asking the Supreme Court to invalidate a ruling that says they illegally hired private taxpayer-funded attorneys to represent them in a redistricting case. Now, back in April, a Dane County Circuit judge voided the GOP's contracts with 2 outside law firms. A state appeals court is refusing to put the ruling on hold. Republicans filed a motion with the state Supreme Court asking justices to take the case directly without waiting for an appellate court ruling. The legislature hasn't yet begun the redistricting process. Prosecutors are asking a judge to allow new evidence. The Kyle Rittenhouse case, he's accused of killing 2 men and injuring another during a protest last year. Prosecutors want to allow evidence they say shows he had a previous violent encounter in Kenosha. They also want to be able to show Rittenhouse was a member of the Proud Boys. Well, still ahead at 6, how a new center will help thousands of undocumented students at UW-Madison navigate everything from legal services to career counseling. That's next.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
A donation from a 90-year-old woman will help launch the Boys and Girls Club Regional Youth Workforce Center. Boys and Girls Club currently fundraising for the center, which will help train young people in skilled trades like construction and electrical, along with plumbing. A donation for $140,000. Jean McKenzie closed her bank account so she could donate the money to the cause. Her son says the donation will make a big difference.
We got 28% of the kids or so maybe go to college. So we got all of these other kids that now are going to have a wonderful option, and an option that they really weren't aware of because the schools haven't really pushed skilled trades.
McKenzie also helped form a partnership between the Madison Area Builders Association and the Boys and Girls Club for the project. All right, if your weekend plans involve fireworks, there are a number of professional displays in our area. Some will start tonight, places like Elkhorn, Portage, and Montello. Madison Mallards have fireworks after the games on both Saturday and Sunday. Madison has fireworks at Breese Stevens Field Saturday. Wisconsin Dells with fireworks on the 4th, a dusk downtown, as do most cities in the area. For a full list, you can head to our website, channel3000.com. And if fireworks aren't your thing, there are also several non-fireworks events this weekend, from Madison's annual Independence Parade to the Dane County Farmers Market, along with the National Women's Music Festival. There are also plenty of things to do this weekend, and we have a list for that as well at Channel 3000. The DNR emphasizing boater safety this weekend, which is certain to be one of the busiest of the summer. Talia Muhaddin rode along with game wardens today to learn more about how they plan to keep you safe.
I guess I had a calling to it, you could say.
For Austin Schumacher, being a conservation warden was a natural choice.
I grew up hunting and fishing and being outside. I always felt really grateful for Wisconsin and the natural resources that it has.
His job?
Enforcing the regulations involved with hunting, fishing, boating, snowmobiling, trapping, basically anything you do outside.
A job that's especially important this holiday. This weekend, the #1 priority for Austin is safety. As they say, life jackets save lives.
So having a life jacket, a wearable life jacket on board for everyone that's on that boat is super important in case of an emergency or bad weather.
Also high on the list of this weekend's priorities for the DNR is Operation Dry Water.
Holiday weekends like this, we try to focus our enforcement efforts on the most populated areas and where we're going to get the most complaints.
This means wardens will be on high alert for anyone boating under the influence.
Pull them over for an initial violation, and we get to the boat and we see those signs of impairment. We'll ask them if they'll conduct a variety of tests to make sure that they're safe to operate the boat.
On Rock River alone, he expects to see at least a couple hundred boats over the holiday.
There's always more than enough to do, and there's never enough of me.
In Edgerton, Tahlil Muhiddin, News 3 Now.
Nearly 80% of fatal boating accidents involve drowning. So far this year, 13 people have died in boating-related incidents. Most of them were not wearing their life jackets. A pleasant start to the holiday weekend today, but it'll be hot as a firecracker in time for the 4th. Gary's back with a full First Warn forecast. It's after a short break.
During the 72-hour Summer of Sleep mattress sale at Ashley Home Store, save up to 60% off doorbusters. This deluxe Serta is half price, plus $500 in free furniture. Save $1,000 instantly on your choice of Sealy or Perfect Sleeper, now just $6.99. Ashley Home Store.
Shop Menards for everything outside your home. Trim unwanted branches with his 20-volt 2-in-1 cordless chainsaw from Works. It comes with a pole extension that can reach over 8 feet, $142.39 after 11% rebate. Add elegance to your home's exterior with this 2-level Bodie motion sensing outdoor security light. It has a 180-degree detection zone, out to 40 feet, $53.39 after 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Get 25% off our low Slumberland price. Incredible deals. Huge markdowns. Plus 25% off our low Slumberland price. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
A Ford built for you, by you. Get yours, built from the ground up with your choice of colors, wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want a head-up display in Escape, 5 GOAT modes in Bronco Sport, or best-in-class gas torque in a Ranger? You've got it. And now an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Ashley Home Store's 72-hour Stars and Stripes weekend sale just got better. Save up to 60% off doorbusters. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years means you pay as little as $25 a month for complete rooms you'll love. And take up to a bonus 10% off our sale prices. Ashley Home Store.
Amazing ideas come out of UW-Madison every year, and the Baldwin, Wisconsin Idea Endowment helps bring a select few to life. One of this year's larger grants is helping create the Center for Dreamers at UW, a hub to serve the thousands of undocumented Wisconsin students with DACA. Amanda Quintana has the story.
It's exhausting to be living the experience and then also to have to do that work of the research and to have the right information.
Even with the support Erika Rosales had, she hit many barriers as a student with DACA. When she had questions or needed help, there was nowhere to turn.
This already exists in other places, and we don't have anything here in Wisconsin.
But come October, there will be the Center for Dreamers at UW, and Rosales will lead it. All thanks to a $110,000 grant.
A lot of excitement, but also a lot of fear. Like, this is a huge responsibility.
It'll provide legal services, mental health services, and career and educational counseling to students with DACA who are or have dreams of pursuing higher education.
It's going to help break down those barriers, whether they're legal, financial, or just informational.
Erin Barbado leads the Immigrant Justice Clinic at UW, where law students help immigrants in Dane County. Through the new center, they'll be able to triple the amount of people they can help and reach all corners of the state.
It will be a full-on clinical law experience where they really get to dive in and learn how to be an immigration attorney.
But it won't be just law students helping.
Knowing that I can make an impact and a difference with
what I can provide. Just being a student too, like, means a lot.
Christabel Martinez will work at the center as she pursues her master's in social work.
A lot of students don't necessarily know, like, their next step after graduation and, like, applying for a job and then, like, the barriers that come with that.
There are about 7,000 students with DACA in Wisconsin, but about 11,000 people are newly eligible, so this center is going to be needed even more. For Rosales, it's not just a place for resources.
A place for students that have DACA to be able to be seen and heard and feel like they belong somewhere, because the majority of the time we don't really have a place where we feel like we belong or we can go to.
Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
Well, this is one of 7 UW projects receiving a larger grant, up to $120,000. Others are building better medical translation tools in the Hmong community, helping avoid blindness from diabetes, even teaching women in Africa to farm. Gary's back with the first warn forecast and a hot weekend ahead. Gary?
Certainly looks that way, Eric. Doesn't feel like it out there right now, but 3 things you need to know in the forecast. High temperatures will be back to around 90 for tomorrow and in the low 90s for the 4th of July on Sunday. Humid weather this weekend will also continue into the first part of next week, and that'll bring some shower and thunderstorm chances, perhaps as early as late Sunday night. A little better chance on Monday, and showers and thunderstorms are likely Tuesday and Wednesday. Hurricane Elsa in the Caribbean right now. Maximum sustained winds 85 miles per hour with gusts to 105 miles per hour, moving pretty rapidly to the west at 30 miles per hour. Latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, and I overlaid the forecast clouds and precipitation from the Future Track computer models, and you can see as Elsa moves through the Caribbean, it'll be just south of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. If it's farther to the north, it's more likely to be weaker because the mountains will start to tear apart its circulation. But it's expected to maintain hurricane strength as it moves into southern Cuba by Sunday afternoon. Then, depending on how much it moves overland on Cuba, that will determine how much it weakens. Right now, perhaps a strong tropical storm as it moves from Cuba back out into the Gulf of Mexico, just bypassing the Keys, and then heading up the west coast of Florida, just southwest of Tampa, as a strong tropical storm. But notice the rain circulation over much of southern Florida, including the Miami area, where unfortunately they're still continuing to dig out from that building collapse. And then the circulation will continue as a tropical storm up into the southeastern portions of Georgia, maybe eventually head up the east coast later on next week. Temperatures right now across the Midwest, very comfortable here, but the heat is not that far to the west. You can see 80s, mid-80s from the Twin Cities down toward Des Moines, and then temperatures around 90 by the time you get to Omaha, Nebraska. And on Weather Track, while our upper level winds have temporarily shifted to the north, notice they become southwesterly just out to the west of us. So that's what will take hold over the next couple of days, and those temperatures will warm up. Notice a warm front out to the west too. Temperatures right now range from the upper 80s to lower 90s in the Dakotas to the 70s here. Dew point temperatures, though, pretty comfortable. The humidity starting to build to our south and west, and that'll be here by tomorrow afternoon. So look for a high tomorrow of 90 degrees. You factor in the humidity, it'll feel like 90 to 91. And for Sunday, the 4th of July, look for a high of 91 degrees with a heat index from 93 to 98. 7 to 10 day forecast. Humidity stays high with thunderstorm chances Monday, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. A little cooler midweek, and then a brief warm up with some shower and thunderstorm chances late Friday into early Saturday, and then after that, dry weather for the rest of the weekend.
And coming up in sports, Bucks go up 3 games to 2 on the Hawks, while Brook Lopez credits his monster game to everybody being on the same page. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The 72-hour Stars and Stripes appliance sale is through Monday at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off in-stock doorbusters, plus no interest for 18 months. The biggest appliance sale of the year is through Monday at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
He's here! He's here!
can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
As a Monroe ER doctor, I'm not just treating patients, I'm taking care of my neighbors. So when you ask me, as a Wisconsin doctor, do I trust the COVID-19 vaccines? My answer is yes. Ask your family doctor what they think.
The 72-hour Summer of Sleep mattress sale is through Monday only at Ashley Home Store. Save up to $800 instantly on the best brands. Pay as little as $20 a month for luxury mattresses like these. Plus a free adjustable base or free furniture with purchase. Ashley Home Store.
Saturday morning, we are getting ready for our 4th of July, and that comes with some fireworks and a lot of celebration. Plus, Austin will have your weekend forecast. Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
No Giannis, no problem last night for the Bucks in Game 5. Milwaukee led from start to finish and took a 3-2 lead in the series. The best part, the entire team delivered in the win, especially Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez. In his first playoff start, Portis scored a postseason career-high 22, while Lopez turned back the clock for 33 points and 4 blocks. And the Big Man knows that is what this dear team can do when they're all on the same page.
You know, I'm just trying to go out there and help my team however possible, you know, whether it's, playing that new modern 3-ball game, 4-stretch game, or being inside. What's great about today is we were really all just basketball players playing together, both on offense and on defense. You know, we were playing off one another, making plays, making extra passes, and it was a lot of fun tonight.
And it's looking like the Bucks will have to do it again without Giannis on the court. The two-time MVP is listed as doubtful for tomorrow's Game 6 in Atlanta. Trae Young is listed as questionable. Johnny Davis and Team USA open up pool play in the FIBA U19 World Cup starting Saturday morning. The United States will tip off against Turkey at 9:30 a.m. They'll also play Sunday and Tuesday. All of their games will be streamed on YouTube. Last season, the Packers were supposed to hold a joint practice with the Browns during the preseason, but that didn't happen because of COVID. This year, the joint practices are coming back to Green Bay. On August 18th and 19th, the Packers will hold 2 joint practices with the Jets before the two meet in Lambeau for their preseason game on August 21st. New York's offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, is Matt LaFleur's younger brother. Brewers looking for their 10th straight win, and they're going to have to do it without Colton Wong in the lineup. He left last night's game in the 3rd inning after re-aggravating his left calf, and today Craig Counsell said he's going on the 10-day injured list. It's his 3rd stint on IL this season. The Crew and Pirates just got underway at PNC Park. Eric, we're just not going to talk about the Cubs.
No,
Gary to
got enough positive talk about the Brewers. I mean, my goodness, they're playing well.
They are.
And Gary's going to talk about some hot weather coming this weekend.
Yeah, temperature is up around 90 the next couple of days. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam and the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. You can see no clouds showing up there at all. 76 right now in Madison, very comfortable out there. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan, a little warmer out to the west. Dew point temperatures still in the 50s. That's very comfortable, but the heat and humidity will build. So look for a low tonight of 59, then back up to 90 tomorrow. Feel like 91 to 96, and Sunday 91 with a heat index 93 to 98. Some thunderstorm chances early next week.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.